During the pandemic, there was a huge difference in terms of our communication with donors. And I think luckily, there was such a shift in technology during the pandemic, people learning how to use Zoom and Teams and all these virtual platforms, that allowed us to keep doing the work that we do every day in terms of fundraising. We had been talking about doing more frequent e-newsletters to donors. Suddenly with the pandemic, it was easy to make that a reality.
So the first thing that we had to do, I believe, was connect with donors, not as donors, but as people, and just ask them how they were doing. And so I know the foundation did, and the staff did a great job of just reaching out to donors just to find out how they were doing, right? Just to get that human connection, just to make sure that they understood that to us they were more than donors, right? They're people who've committed to the research center, they're people who've committed to the hospital. It's something that came out of the pandemic, which I think is a really good practice.
The plus side of the pandemic is that support for healthcare in our community and here at St. Boniface Hospital was higher than ever before. We gained more donors during the pandemic. We had more people reaching out to try and help healthcare workers and patients in the hospital. So people were really acutely aware, they became acutely aware of the needs within the hospital, again, both for staff and patients. If we're asking them to support a project, some of the questions they ask us are, how is this going to affect staffing levels? Are you going to see more recruitment and retention of staff from our support of this project? Other questions might be, how will this project help with patient flow in the hospital, right? We all know that these are the biggest issues facing our hospital right now here at St. Boniface, and we want to be able to help with those issues as much as we can, and donors want to help.
Generally speaking, we're supporting equipment or capital expansions, not generally programs, but in fact, we're really proud, and I want to share this with you, that we, the foundation, have funded a director of truth and reconciliation at the hospital. That's different for us. It's different for our donors, but it's something that we're really proud to do. So I think we're looking at those types of supports. We take a look at diversity, equity, and inclusion. Those aren't just words. Those are things that need to be supported, and I think the foundation, have a role in supporting that.
I think what's really interesting is that despite all the advances in technology, advances in, the digital world and how things are changing moving forward, artificial intelligence, right? That core mission never changes, right? I think though that core reason, we still get letters every single day from people who are telling us, I'm giving support to the hospital because of an experience I had here. So knowing that core spiritual purpose and compassionate care at St. B, that didn't change during the pandemic, right? If anything, it was enhanced even more. So we are just thrilled to continue to support that. Mm-hmm.